when she was just 11 years old.
That shit crazy, bro. Look at this little ass kid, bro. You saying you... Nah, bro, you on some weird shit, cuz. And the fact that her parents even let this shit go on, they even weirder for that. The parents need to be involved too, bro, cuz that's some weird shit. That little ass kid, bro. You telling me you fell in love with this little ass girl. Girl ain't even mature yet, cuz. Come on, cuz. All the women in the world, all the money you got, and you chose this little ass kid, cuz. Two-time members, what it do? If you're new to the channel, press that sub button, press that like button, and let's get right into what we finna talk about. I know y'all been seeing the David little situation, and it's getting crazy, all right? I ain't read no paperwork. I ain't did nothing myself, but one thing I do want to talk about before we even get into the video is everybody just coming out and saying that the little girl Celeste's parents should be arrested too, right? And supposedly, well, allegedly, that the parents knew what was going on, right? Y'all let me know down in the comment section if y'all seen this too, or if I'm taking it in the wrong direction. But the parents knew, and everybody's saying the parents should get arrested. And then supposedly, the parents said that that they put out a missing report or whatever 3 days before her murder, and now allegedly they now saying that they seen her a day before the murder. So which is it, cuz? It sounds like a planned out, you feel me? Something planned out, bro. It's weird, you feel what I'm saying? But we ain't even gonna worry about that.
A rising music star with millions of fans is now charged with one of the most disgusting, disturbing cases the internet has seen in years. Over the past few days, documents have been spreading across social media. Documents that appear to outline the detailed criminal case involving the 21-year-old singer David. A timeline of claims so graphic it could be used in a horror movie. But this was backed by evidence and created by a team of detectives and prosecutors. Within the Superior Court of Los Angeles, 21-year-old David now stands accused of silencing his 14-year-old girlfriend with a knife and chainsaw. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app called Current that lets you payday, you can get access to them. Paycheck advance is clearly my favorite part, and I'm sure will be yours too. But if you're trying to build your credit or just want on top of their finances. David is a young artist originally from New York, but raised in Houston, Texas. By 8th grade, he was homeschooled, up until 13, only listening to gospel music, and as a child, he played the piano and sang in the church choir. Initially, he started creating music to play in the background of his Fortnite montages. He'd upload the music to SoundCloud, releasing the single Romantic Homicide in 2022 after snippets started going viral on TikTok. The song would hit 33 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. That same year, he'd signed to Interscope Records, and his career would continue rising over the next few years. In August of 2025, he was touring, but by September, the tour and all public appearances was suspended following the death of a 14-year-old girl named Celeste. And the reasons why?
Ain't no way that's that nigga music videos. Nigga music videos that graphic, bruh. Knives and bodies and... Nah, that's trippy, bro. That's trippy as hell.
Suspicions of David's involvement. On September 8th, 2025, heavily decomposed human remains were found in Los Angeles inside the front trunk of an impounded vehicle registered to David. A tow yard worker had contacted the Los Angeles Police Department to investigate the foul odor reeking from the vehicle. 8 days later, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner identified the body as that of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Her body discovered 1 day before her 15th birthday. 2 days later, LAPD investigators executed a search warrant at a Hollywood Hills property previously occupied by David. Electronic materials, including a computer, were seized, and shortly after, David's manager terminated the lease on the property, and David moved out. Court documents unsealed in February of 2026 would reveal that David was the target of a Los Angeles grand jury investigation into her death. On April 16th, David Burke was placed under arrest, his lawyer publicly stating evidence in the case will reveal his innocence.
I believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
She lied. She lied. That's the lawyer's job, is to lie. Make their client, you feel me, feel like they got a chance, take their little money. We know David paid good money, at least 100 bands. He paid at least 100 bands. He think he finna get out. Boy, you slow as hell. This lawyer finna do everything and anything and everything to make you seem like you finna get out so you can pay more when the time comes. They finna be like, oh, we gonna need another payment. We gonna need another payment. They don't got nothing on you. We gonna need another payment. Then what? You gonna pay her again just for the jury to be like guilty. We gonna sentence him to life and the death penalty.
As nor was he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that.
4 days later, the state filed charges of first-degree murder, lewd acts with a minor under 14, and mutilation of a body. Now, prosecutors apparently heard David's lawyer was saying the evidence will reveal his innocence. So the prosecutors decided to reveal some of this evidence. The dismembered body of 14-year-old Celeste was found in the front trunk of David's Tesla. The vehicle was towed 3 days prior, parked 400 feet away from his home. Surveillance video would show he was the last to drive it before leaving Los Angeles on tour. At the tow yard, detectives located the Tesla swarmed with flies. Opening the trunk, they observed a black cadaver bag covered in maggots. The waterproof bag was designed to store or transport human or animal remains while containing the fluids and odors. Inside, her severely decomposed head and torso. A plastic garbage bag contained her arms and legs, and upon further examination, detectives noted Celeste's ring and pinky finger were amputated from the hand and not found in the Tesla. Homicide detectives uncovered David met Celeste in 2022 when she was just 11 years old.
That shit crazy, bro. Look at this little ass kid, bro. You saying you... Nah, bro, you on some weird shit, cuz. And the fact that her parents even let this shit go on, they even weirder for that. The fuck? We need to find the parents, you feel me, get them on the stand, tell their situation, make it seem like, you feel me, I don't know what I was finna say, but I just know that the parents need to be involved too, bro, because that's some weird shit. That little ass kid, bro, you telling me you fell in love with this little ass girl. Girl ain't even mature yet, cuz. Come on, cuz. All the women in the world, all the money you got, you chose this little ass kid, cuz. Come on, cuz. Cuz.
They began a physical relationship when she was just 13 and him 18. In February of 2024, she'd be reported as a runaway. Police would find David's number in her cell phone, contacting him, to which he claimed he was unaware she was a minor, unaware she ran away, and spoke to her days before she went missing. Police went as far as going to David's house to perform a wellness check. Again, he was informed she was a 13-year-old runaway, and he again claimed he was unaware, stating he only met her once the previous year. He'd further state he was unaware of where she was, and 2 days later, she returned home. Detectives learned David continued to pursue her. Returning home, her parents took her cell phone away, and David went as far as traveling to her middle school and paying a student in her class $1,000 to give her a phone he bought her. Throughout 2024, she'd spent significant time with David, spending weekends at his home in Hollywood Hills, traveling to Las Vegas, London, and even Texas to meet his family.
Crazy.
Detectives recovered text messages
and the nigga family allowed this shit. You be my... So you telling me this nigga traveled the world with this 13-year-old girl and no one questioned the shit? Hell nah.
To pregnancy, abortion, and using Plan B. Explicit photographs would also be found, corroborating their physical relationship. April 23rd, 2025 is the likely date of her death as her cell phone activity ceased. The night prior, her and David engaged in a lengthy argument through text. The messages revealed her jealousy of David's relationships with other women, and she threatened to expose their relationship to end his career and destroy his life. This was just days before David's first studio album was set to be released. A multi-million-dollar career on the line, multiple high-value endorsements, future tours worth millions. He couldn't let that happen. April 23rd, 2025 at 8:40 p.m., David sent an Uber to pick up Celeste from her house. She arrived at 10:10 p.m. 20 minutes later, David texted her phone asking where she was, but she was already dead. He stabbed her multiple times, standing by as she bled out. He'd killed her right after she arrived to his house, then texted her as a premeditated plan to cover up the murder. An hour later, he drove to a nearby county to dispose of evidence and destroy her property. He'd continue texting her phone, even calling. Calculated acts he'd planned to set up his defense if later questioned by police. He'd return home in the early morning before going to a radio interview to speak on the release of his new album. He'd send 2 additional texts that day, and on April 26th, he never attempted to contact her again. In the days after he killed her, he'd order tools to dismember and dispose of her body. A shovel, 2 chainsaws, a body bag, laundry bags, and a blue inflatable pool. He made these purchases under a fake female name. He placed her body in the inflatable pool to contain her fluids. He'd use the chainsaw to remove her limbs. He'd cut her fingers off to remove his name off one and a matching tattoo off the other. He'd then bag the body parts, placing them in his vehicle to rot for several weeks, possibly even months. He'd lie to his friends, business associates, and others who noticed the smell of decay coming from his home or around his car. A search warrant would find evidence consistent with the dismemberment inside the garage, including Celeste's blood. Prosecutors would state they have graphic photographs of David and Celeste engaged in activities from when she was 13.
Crazy.
Numerous texts speaking on their relationship, pregnancy, abortion. Messages from Celeste complaining how all they do is get physical and how she wanted more for herself. The messages coming directly from David's iCloud account. The prosecutors have David's cell phone GPS locations, surveillance of him being the last to park his Tesla, proof of Amazon purchases and deliveries to his home, Uber records, and the text of Celeste threatening to expose it all and end his career. One of the sickest cases in recent years of a perverted individual who thought he could live a celebrity life of glamour and glitz, pulling in millions while hiding his 14-year-old secret. A child he met at only 11 years old, groomed to be his, manipulated to be quiet. He kept her hidden in plain sight, hiring a lookalike for his music video Here With Me, a song with over 300 million views and lyrics saying, "I don't care how long it takes, as long as I'm with you, I've got a smile on my face." These lyrics blowing up on TikTok and Instagram Reels, you may have not even recognized were his, but now when you hear them, they'll eerily haunt you as you realize who he was talking about. David's videos seem to always have a woman resembling Celeste and a pattern of death. She'd even be seen on a live stream with him that's now been deleted, as what was said was taken as a joke, but now the truth can be seen behind the laughter.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of raping kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything.
He called her his girlfriend, but she was only his victim. A child who fell into the arms of a sick, twisted man who may now face execution by the state of California, as he is not only eligible, but deserving. And if the state of California fails Celeste, The prisoners of California will surely avenge her, as people like him are left dead in cells yearly for crimes like his. This is one of the most disturbing cases that I've covered.
Facts.
An 18-year-old attracted to a 13-year-old who had every opportunity to leave her alone, who pursued this child.
Nigga, it ain't even about leaving her alone, cuz. Like, yeah, it's weird at the end of the day, but it ain't even about leaving her alone. It's the fact that she was 13, nigga, you 18, you got all this money, and you want a 13-year-old. Make that shit make sense. Like, who in their right mind would even think that? Like, that shit's weird to me, bro. If I'm $1 million nigga, why would I go be looking at little ass kids, bro? You could literally go to Miami. You were living in Hollywood. I know there was some, you feel me, some good shit out there, and you over there tripping over this little ass kid, bro. Like, niggas is weird.
As far as going to her middle school as an adult and paying another child $1,000 to give her a phone so he could keep communicating with her. Once you see his music videos and how much she was referenced, how obsessed he was with her, it's just sad. It's sad that she wasn't able to be saved. It's sad that she was running away to him. And it's disgusting what he did. He knew the entire time his career was on the line. He hit her in plain sight. That's the best way to describe it. And when she finally grew the courage to go at him, even threatening him to end his career, she knew the power that she had. And when she finally let him know that she knew how much power she had, he silenced her, stabbing her, bleeding her out inside of a fucking pool before dismembering her with a chainsaw. You don't wish things on people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. It's not good karma. It's not, you know. But if someone was to come across a large piece of metal inside of prison and use the concrete to sharpen this piece of metal for hours and hours, making it so that it was not only sharp enough to pierce skin, but muscle, tissue, organs, might even knock a chunk out of a bone, right? And then that inmate was to run down on David in his prison cell and punish him and put him through the same, if not worse, pain that he put that 14-year-old girl through. I wouldn't be mad about it. I would happily make the video covering it. And I would assume that this inmate would take his time. After hearing what he did to this girl, I would assume he would take his time. And if you've ever read up on prison stabbing reports, they don't just get hit once or twice. They get hit 50 to 100 times. And I don't know if the state of California will follow through and execute him. But the inmates of California absolutely fucking will. They have a long history of doing so. I don't think there's a protective custody unit that he won't get touched at. Let's not forget, Tory Lanez is in protective custody and was in protective custody when they stabbed him. So imagine what they would do with someone like this. It's terrible. It's disgusting. I try not to wish negative things on people because I try to be some form of an influence here on YouTube. But if I was an inmate and somebody like that came in and got punished, I'd probably laugh about it, smile about it, smoke about it, make some food, talk about it. I wouldn't have any sympathy. People like him, even the correction officers don't want to see you breathe. When you do something like this, it's hard sometimes to believe all sins are equal when you hear something like this. When you know someone is like this, willing to do something like this, especially if you're a father to girls, there's no sympathy for him. And hopefully the state of California doesn't fail
Oh God,
Celeste.
he not lying. They hit different when you got daughters, cause I got 2 daughters myself, gang. Like that shit hit way different, nigga. Like, boy, ooh, my mama.
Family. Hopefully justice is served. And when David meets his demise, whether by someone else or he does it to himself, I'll be sure to make the video and give y'all.
And we're gonna react to that motherfucker.
But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake.